What's up, gamers? Today we're going to be going through the German tech tree, and we're just going to be talking a little bit about each tank, what line is good, what tanks are bad. Now, there's supposed to be a couple of gameplay ones, and there was supposed to be a Renegade and a TVP, or the Shrek, premium tank reviews, but the issue is Wargame's replay system still sucks. So I currently can't use the replays, as one of the games was 12 hours before the update, so I never got a chance, and then it loaded the update, and now I can't open the replay. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm still on my way to 500, and we'll go get into the video and basically talking about the German tech tree, explain a little bit about them, their play styles, and which one I would recommend for beginners. So we're going to start off with the Germans, and we're just going to work our way through the list. So if there is any, I will try and put some timestamps between each one. I'm going to kind of explain them, their play styles, and how maybe you a bad tank in that list. So for instance, I would say the Sentinel in the Gorilla one is a bit of a letdown, especially compared to the rest of them. So this won't include artilleries, but we're going to start at the top with tier 1, 2s, and 3s. And a little bit of 4s. We'll cover them, but we don't really need to go over them that much. For the Jagdpanzer E100, the entire line, especially from tier 8 and up, is, they call it an assault tank destroyer. I just call it basically it's a heavy tank with no turret. Monstrous gun at the Jagdpanzer E100 with the highest penetration at 420 heat. It's this basically the big tank. That is it there. The Jagdtiger is a very good. You can snipe in it, but I would definitely advise not to, because you can take it to where the heavy tanks go and basically be an extra heavy tank. So for instance, this is packing the 276 pen and 560 average damage. You have a monster gun with massive, nearly 3k DPM. My Jagdtiger fully kitted out right now, 3.7k and 0.2 accuracy. Now I go in, you can side scrape, you can do all sorts in it. Ferdinand is good, same thing, has a good gun, go and be an extra heavy tank. You do have weak points on the side. That's a very good line to be playing so far. The Jagdpanther, more of a, versatile. You can, at lower tiers, go and be a heavy tank, but at the same time, if you're tier 7 going against tier 8s or 9s, don't sit at the back and snipe, basically, and you'll have to fire a bit more gold. Jagdpanzer, I'd probably say, is the sort of the bad one of this grind. It doesn't really do anything very well, but luckily you don't have to play it that much. And the Stugs are really good at tier 5 and 4, and they also do not take you very long. Coming off the Stugs, we're going to go into the Nashorn. Nashorn I thought was amazing, absolutely amazing. 28 games, 71% win rate. Absolutely loved the Nashorn. The Sentinel was slow, has really big gun on it, but I didn't like it. Can be derpy. You don't get a lot of ammo either, so no blind firing. Borsig was really good. Camo, these are glass cannons. You can't take a shot in any of these. If you try and take a shot, you're going to get penned, mostly by HE as well. So the Borsig had really good camo rating. You're not going to get spotted. It's a sneaky little sniper tank destroyer. The WT, I'll have a video coming up soon. I do the most damage I've done in a game. I've done over 8k damage, which is TD mission 15. And then the Gorilla. The Gorilla is one of those ones where I think the tier 9 is better. It has a fully traversable turret, but the only difference is this obviously has the big pack gun, the 279, 334. But I see a lot of people turn around and say that they prefer the WTF Panzer 4 over the Gorilla 15. Now moving down to the heavy tanks, the Panzer 4.5. The Panzer 4.5 is a good tank. It's a very good tank for what it is at tier 5. It sort of teaches you a little bit. You can side scrape and stuff. You can make this tank work very well and dominate quite a lot of little low tier games, or it struggles if you come against higher tiers. But then so does every tier 5. The VK. The VK is where you go from medium tank into the heavies, but it's not really a heavy. This obviously is its best gun. It shows you how the Tiger P is going to play out. The Tiger P is not as good as the Tiger 1. Has more armor. It's on the same as the Ferdinand. Has a weak spot, angled 45 degrees, which is about 40 millimeters thick. Wouldn't really recommend playing it. It can be a bit slow, but if you can angle the front and bait shots into the front at this tier, you can do very, very, very good. Now the VK4 4502. I quite liked it. It's okay in some sense. I played 29 games and 52% win rate with an average of about 1700. I haven't played it a lot. 29 games is very not that many. You can make it work. They did get buffs, these lines. Can't remember when, but they have been somewhat recent. The VK4502B. Now, I don't know why, but this thing is like a monster side scraper. It is so good. You bait shots into the lower plates and things like that, and you can side scrape so well with the tank. I freaking love this tank. 68 games, 57% win rate, 2k average damage, maximum damage 5.6k. Does it show me blocked? Does it say blocked on here? No, it doesn't. But I just think this is a great tank. The 4502 is, I still have them all. Where is it? Right here, 57%. There it is. It's just a lovely tank. It's just a lovely, lovely tank. You don't get very good gun depression. Obviously, it is rear mounted. Panzer 7 recently got a buff. Very good gun. Very baity front. Can side scrape. It does have a weak point on the little turret, which can affect it a bit. But you don't need to side scrape. You can just stick the front out. You'll get like 300 plus millimeters of lower plate armor. Amazing. Slapping tanks for, is it like 5 something? Yeah, the 560. Yes, you got the Jagdtiger's gun. So it's a very nice, very, very nice tank. Haven't done the mouse, but we'll know how the mouse plays. The VK101P is just so much armor at tier 8 that your weak point is 220 odd millimeters, and you have to hit a specific point. So very, very, very good, and very good at doing the blocked missions. Maushan is a bit rubbish. Has a worse weak point than the VK does. But the gun is better, the 246-590, whereas this one is the 2220, 440, which is still for tier 8 a very good gun. And then the mouse. The mouse is the mouse. It's the biggest, it's the funnest, it's the heaviest, most armor in the game. 3001H. It's just a medium tank. It's the same as the Panzer IV. You play it like a medium, don't sit in front of tanks all the time. The VK3601H is been changed numerous times. When I played it, it was medium, then it was a heavy, then it was a medium, and then it's like a heavy again. Something like that. Don't get this gun. No. Is it this gun? I can't remember. You use the Konish gun, which is a really good gun. I think it's this one, the WAF gun. That gun there is the best gun. The 157. Then you go into the Tiger. I really, really, really like the Tiger. The statistics in the Tiger for me are... Obviously, this is the first line over grinded as well, so they're not the greatest, but 274 battles, 57%. I used to, when I didn't have premium tanks, go and make money in the Tiger. Tiger 2 is sort of where you're then going to start going to the E75 and the E100. You will not reverse side scrape, you will start to side scrape in Tiger 2. Very, very good tank. E75, absolutely amazing. I like it more than the E100. So strong. Second marks of excellence on it. It has the 246-530 gun. Isn't the worst grind. That you don't have to unlock these guns if you don't want to. And most of the time you'll have some of them unlocked anyway, depending on what lines you've played. Then you go into the E100. Still, it's a very good tank, very good side scraping. You have to keep the turret straight, but very good. This line, not one tank I wouldn't play on it. This line, the Tiger P, as you can see, it's okay, but it's not anything special. I haven't played the VK3002M in years. It was one of the first lines I went down, and I kind of stopped at it. It's just an okay medium tank. It will hold itself in what it needs to. The Panther is a good tank. It's like, it's not going to bounce a lot, but you can bounce stuff, and you can play with good penetration. 198, tier 7, 244 for gold pen. That's going to get you a long way. The Panther, obviously I said this is where you're going to have the issue with guns, which one you're going to get. But the Panther 2 is a very snipery supporting a distance tank. Now the E50 is where you change. You get a load of armor. You can side scrape in the E50. You can ram in the E50. You are heavy in the E50. You have good alpha damage in the E50. It's very, very, very good. And the E50M is just E50 but in tier 10. Now, for one of the most popular tier 10s, the Leopard 1 line is VK3002D. Now, the VK3002D is probably, I don't know, is it going to be the letdown in it, or is it going to be the Indian Panzer? No, I'm going to go with it's a solid tank. It's like the VK and the Panther. You're not bouncing a lot, but you can support the heavies, and you can go brawling with the other mediums. The Indian Panzer has a good turret and a nice gun. The gun is nice, which got buffed as well. 250 average damage. Pretty sure it used to either be 240 or 220. But it did get buffed, and it has nice pen at 218. So you're always doing all right. It's fairly accurate. You're not going to be bouncing a lot, which does kind of set you up nicely, because the Leopard PTA and the Leopard, they don't have armor. You'll get HE'd, you'll get bashed about. Leopard PTA, I loved the tank. I thought the tank was brilliant. 52% win rate over 260 games. Didn't get a whole lot of damage. Like I said, this was probably one of my first lines that we was going down. But the Leopard PTA, amazing gun, great DPM. You want camo, it's fast, support, snipe, all of that. Same with the Leopard. Leopard is exactly the same, just a bit more power, a bit more. Okay, go 70 forward. This does 65. Yeah, 65. Absolutely love the Leopard. I have started to play a little bit more. I have got 137 games in the Leopard. Only 2.3k though, so we need to definitely get that up. And unfortunately, the victories are dropping. For some reason, the Leopard, I can do all right. But yeah. Maximum damage has been 7.1k in there, which I believe is a video on the channel. The light tanks. As you can see, I have stopped, and they were on the light tanks. Now, the Panzer II is tier 3. The looks, amazing tank. Such a good little tank to go play. Seal club, basically everything. Leopard, also the same thing. Really, 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 really good. The VK208, awful tank. Didn't really like it. Wasn't my favourite. It was a bit big. The gun crap. Same with the SBC. Didn't really like this one. This one wasn't very good. I did alright. 58% win rate over 24 games. It was a very good spotting tank, to be honest. The Hawk. The Hawk 12. 41 games. 61% win rate. That was alright. That was a good one. We did plenty of spotting, but it was okay. It wasn't my favourite tank. The DPM was a bit rubbish, but you could make the gun work. Then, I thought that this was going to be a good tank, but I didn't like it. I ended up hating it. It has great HE, 102, so you can pen the fellow light tank at the same point. Didn't like it. Still don't like it. I was having such bad luck in it. I was getting spotted, I was getting outspotted, and there shouldn't be any reason for being outspotted, as if, I mean, my crew isn't currently in it. Do I have the crew for this? There we go, full crew. 42% camo. Did it feel like I had 42% camo? No, it didn't. And sometimes I was too big to fit in the bush. So I'd go and sit in the bush, but I'd be sticking out. So yeah, I didn't really like that. But I know that the Rheinmetall Panzer wagon is very, very good. 242 pen, 320 average damage, 2.4k. You can probably get up to 3k if you really want to. The aiming time really good. Dispersion's really good. The rate of fire is good. The alpha damage is good. 120mm of HE pen on a light tank. You'll come across other light tanks and you're going to just bully them out of a spot. It's also fairly big as well, so you are going to have that issue. But guess what? You can just ram them, because the tank weighs 25 to 26, 7 tons probably when it's loaded. Oh, and it has 420 base view range. That's one of their good things. They are very, very good at spotting. 493 on the IU-251. Now, you know what? I don't think we're going to have time to go through each single one, so I might do the big ones like this, the Russians, the Americans separate, and then clump some of the smaller ones together, French and... So, if you like the video, go down below and leave a like and drop a comment to which one you'd like on next. If you want me to just carry on down the line, we'll do that. But if you don't have anything to say, just leave an emoji, because engagement.